So you're a GIS student working with visual media, making dynamic maps and interactive media. How do you make sure that employers appreciate the skills that you've developed through the course of your programme? We'd like to demonstrate a way that you can showcase your GIS skills, demonstrate your personality, and show your digital skills and creativity through an e-portfolio. Why use a digital portfolio? Well, first of all, this is quite a portable method of displaying your content, both to employers and the outside world. It's also easily transferable. You can email a link to a potential employer, or you can include a link on your LinkedIn profile, for example. Map content is also changing and becoming more digitally advanced. For example, 3D maps or interactive animated GIFs. You want to demonstrate how you're able to create those types of media and display them in a digital environment. We're going to demonstrate the use of Weebly to set up an e-portfolio. Weebly is easy to use, easy to set up, and has a drag and drop function and is very feature rich. One of the challenges in displaying animated maps and dynamic content is finding a single platform to host and showcase your work. Weebly is a variety of media and web content that can be linked to it, which displays animated content, for example. You can see down the left-hand side here all the different types of media that you can upload, and there's even the opportunity to embed some code. Now, don't worry, embedding code is not a difficult thing to do. It's almost a necessity as well where you're dealing with digital map content. You don't have to use Weebly though, but for this example, we're just showing how easy it is to create a Weebly site. In fact, you could use any blog site or platform that has the ability to link to images or videos, but particularly allows you to embed content. So what sort of things do we want to include in a digital portfolio? Well, quite obviously, one of the first things to think about is an About Me page. You want this page to summarise something about you that tells the employer the sorts of things that you're interested in and that you're capable of. You really want to be keeping this content down to about 150 words if possible. You might want to think about including an image of yourself and maybe a banner image and a way that they can contact you. You also want a section of your portfolio that demonstrates what you're capable of doing. In this structure, we've set up a drop-down tab called Portfolio, and you can see here are some pieces of work and some maps that we want to showcase. If I click on this animated GIF, you can see that because we've embedded it within this portfolio, it actually functions as an animated GIF, showing an employer that you're capable of animating some media. We've also embedded a number of other types of maps, for example, a QGIS 3D map. If I click on this, you can see that this is an interactive map that the employer can actually work with on screen. Now don't worry, this is a fairly easy process to do, and we'll be talking you through this in other screencasts and other written guidance. But just to demonstrate, within Weebly, as an embedded 3D model, the employer gets to see exactly what you're capable of. Under this Portfolio tab, we suggest showcasing maybe 5 or 6 of your best pieces of work that employers can easily find and easily browse. You might also want to provide a brief description about what the map shows or how you approached creating that map in that particular way. The final section of the workbook is something called the weekly workbook we'd like you to set up. Each week, you'll be carrying out a number of tasks within your lectures and workshops. Each week, you'll be asked to submit the activity so that your tutor can review your work and provide feedback. There'll be approximately 11 or 12 weeks of teaching, so we expect there to be 11 or 12 entries here. Each entry, clicking on the GIF page here, will demonstrate exactly what you've been able to achieve in that week. You'll notice that there's a comment section which will show you how to include when you set up your structure. This means your tutor will be able to provide some feedback on your map work. I'm just going to click this just to demonstrate This is a GIF image that's been embedded as a video. So there are lots of different ways you can embed your map media to make it really effective and really stand out to employers. Each week we expect one of these tabs to be updated with your work from each week. This weekly workbook can be hidden so that if you want to use your portfolio in its current state, it can be distributed to employers without them seeing your progressive work under this weekly workbook. What you'll be able to do is share the navigation URL directly with your tutor. However, because it will be hidden from your navigation menu, someone just looking at your website won't be able to find it. We'll show you how to make these features work in your own Weebly site through a series of screencasts. But we just wanted to introduce the concept of a digital portfolio to you so that you can understand the benefits of sharing your dynamic animated maps with employers.